As Catherine, Princess of Wales, made her grand entrance into the stately ballroom at Buckingham Palace, a hush fell over the distinguished gathering. She was draped in her usual elegance, exuding grace with every step. But it wasn't just her impeccable fashion, or the allure of her presence that captivated the room. No, this evening, all eyes were riveted on the breathtaking piece of jewellery perched on her head, the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This particular tiara, glittering with hundreds of diamonds, had once been a cherished possession of the late Queen Elizabeth II. Its legacy was long etched in history, worn by generations of queens and consorts before her. Now, it adorned the head of the future queen consort, the woman destined to sit beside her husband on the British throne. The sight of the tiara caused a ripple through the room. It wasn't simply the beauty of the diamonds that held the gaze of the guests, but the symbolism embedded within this particular royal treasure. The tiara, once exclusively worn by Queen Elizabeth II herself, had been expected to remain within the grasp of the current queen consort, Camilla. But instead, it was Catherine, next in line to the throne herself, who had made the bold decision to wear it. The choice was subtle yet loaded with implications, creating an undeniable shift in the royal atmosphere. The elegant Princess of Wales had, in a single moment, stirred the royal world and set tongues wagging. As Catherine entered the ballroom, a murmur of whispers began to circulate. Guests who had once been discussing diplomatic matters and the royal family's charitable work were now fixated on the tiara atop Catherine's head. Her entrance was more than a mere royal appearance, it was a statement. A message. In that fleeting moment, it became clear, the future of the British monarchy, its traditions, and its shifting hierarchies, was undergoing a subtle yet profound transformation. But why was this moment so significant? To truly grasp the meaning behind Catherine's choice, we must first delve into the tiara's storied past. This particular tiara, crafted in 1893, was made for Princess Mary of Teck, who would later become Queen Mary. Its design, which incorporates delicate scrollwork and floral motifs, exudes the sophistication of the late 19th century while highlighting the craftsmanship of its maker, Carrington and Company, the royal family's trusted jeweler. The tiara was gifted to Princess Mary by a group of aristocratic women as a wedding present. And from that moment forward, it became a symbol of royal power and grace. Worn by Queen Mary at every royal event, this exquisite piece became a staple of her collection and was passed down through generations of royal women. Throughout the years, the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara became more than just a dazzling accessory. It became a part of the very fabric of the royal family's identity, tied closely to the image of the British monarchy and its resilience throughout the 20th century. Queen Elizabeth II inherited the tiara upon her marriage to Prince Philip and wore it with great pride during her reign. For the British public, this tiara came to symbolize Queen Elizabeth's indomitable spirit and her unwavering commitment to duty. It was seen on coins, postage stamps, and in official portraits. The image of the Queen wearing it was as iconic as the monarch herself, an enduring symbol of stability, tradition, and unyielding strength. But after Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, there were inevitable questions surrounding the future of the tiara. As the world grieved the loss of one of the longest reigning monarchs in history, the tiara's legacy was thrust into the spotlight once again. Many speculated that Camilla, now the queen consort, would naturally inherit the iconic tiara, cementing her place as the next queen. After all, it had been worn by the women before her, and it only seemed fitting that Camilla would continue this royal tradition. However, in an unexpected twist, it was Catherine who appeared in the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara at a grand royal event, leaving many wondering if this was an overtly symbolic gesture, or simply an innocent moment in royal fashion. As Catherine wore the tiara at the event, there was a palpable shift in the air. Queen Camilla, standing across the room, seemed to watch with quiet attention. What went through her mind during those brief moments? Was it a look of quiet approval, or did the expression suggest something else? Was Catherine subtly staking her claim in the royal family, subtly taking her place in the royal hierarchy as the future queen consort? Or was this a more deliberate challenge, a declaration that her time was fast approaching, and that her role as future queen would soon take precedence? As Catherine continued to make her mark in the royal family, the question on everyone's lips was, what does this moment truly signify? To answer that, we must look not only at the tiara, but at the evolving dynamics within the royal family itself. The Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara is more than just a beautiful piece of jewellery. It represents the weight of centuries of royal history. Worn by queens, consorts, and now the future queen consort, it speaks to the enduring power of the monarchy itself. But with Catherine's bold move, we see the monarchy shifting, slowly, subtly, but unmistakably. The royal family, long a symbol of tradition and unchanging protocol, now faces a crossroads. Catherine, as Princess of Wales, is not just a passive figure waiting for her turn. She is taking steps to assert her place in the royal story. The tiara, once associated with her late mother-in-law, Queen Elizabeth II, is now being worn by Catherine, a powerful statement to the world that she is ready to take on the responsibilities of the crown when the time comes. This moment, however small it may seem, signifies a shift in the balance of power within the royal family, a quiet acknowledgement that Catherine is no longer simply the wife of the future king. She is poised to become the queen consort, and she is making her presence known. The whispers about Catherine's decision to wear the tiara have only grown louder. The royal press has been abuzz with speculation. Is this a deliberate attempt to take the spotlight from Queen Camilla? Or is it simply an homage to tradition, a gesture of respect for the tiara's legacy? Either way, Catherine's choice is a reminder that the monarchy is not static. It is constantly evolving, adapting to the changing times, and shaping itself for the future. And Catherine, with her poise and grace, is positioning herself to play a central role in that future. As the evening unfolded, the conversations about the tiara continued. The room was filled with a quiet tension, as guests and royal observers alike tried to decipher the meaning behind Catherine's appearance. And though the official reason for her wearing the tiara was likely as simple as its beauty and historical significance, the implications were far deeper than anyone could have anticipated. The future of the British monarchy is being written in real time, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, is one of its most powerful authors. The night ended, but the ripple effects of that moment continued to reverberate through the royal world. The Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, now worn by Catherine, had become a symbol of a new era in the British monarchy. With Catherine's unwavering commitment to her royal duties, her family, and her future role as queen consort, the monarchy is slowly, but surely, being reshaped. The royal family, once defined by tradition and centuries-old customs, is stepping into a new age, one where the future is as much about innovation and change as it is about legacy and history. The question now is not whether Catherine will one day be queen. That is a given. The real question is, how will she lead the monarchy into the future? As the tiara gleamed under the palace lights, it became clear, Catherine is ready to carve her own place in royal history. And the world is watching closely to see how she will do it.